Hello, viewers. We did it. We absolutely did it. I think we did it anyway. Hopefully we've done it. Anyway, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. This is the first time we've ever done a live Q&A. And if it goes horrendously badly, probably the last one. But thank you so much for joining us, wherever you are. Right, so we've got a lot of the tech moved out of the pod where we normally do the live streaming for the painting. So we've disconnected everything and brought it out into the studio. And you can see this is where we are today, on the sofas. And we're just going to have a quick check-in and have a look at the... Oh, lots of chat. Should we have a little check-in and have a look at the chat? And Adie's got all the controls with the cameras, so we'll be able to do some panning and zooming and that kind of thing. Right, let's have a look, shall we? Right, Third Eye Open. Hello, Marion Moore. Hello. Thomas Johnson. Hello. Hazel Brown. You want us to do a song and a dance? Thanks. Corona Dance says Funny Fox. Thanks very much. Who else have we got? Okay. Art of the Abstract. Yay. Welcome, Derek Austin. 2 meters apart. Very good, Derek. That's excellent. And he's going to start grinning now. Lick your head, no, Adi can't lick my head. I mean, yeah. He's... We're never more than 2 meters apart, so that's not going to happen. Sjoerd van Hintum is here. Hi, Ed and Adi. Nice to see you both healthy. Thank you very much. Lindsay B33, yeah. Bless. Robert Smith is here. Hello, Robert Smith. Yes, Lindsay. Callie Carrie Shocker. Hi from New York City. You guys all right?
Yeah, you guys all right.
We've been reading some stuff going on about what's going on in NYC. Well, hope you're taking care. The Regis here. Hello. Do share across social media because we're going to have some fun for the next, however long it is. It depends how long you keep us talking, I suppose. Yeah. Right. Okay. I'm just looking at my error messages on the screen. That could be, which we always get. Serge Livanosh is here. Hello. Tanya Woodford is here. Debbie Saunders is here. Hello, Debbie. Sjoerd says, "Oh God, no." Does he? Should we have an "Oh God, no" just before we get on? Go on.
Do it. Just do it. Yesterday you said tomorrow, so just do it. Make your dreams come true. Nothing is impossible. No. What are you waiting for? Do it. Just do it. Yes, you can.
Oh, so we had a Shia do it then, didn't we? Oh.
No, God, please, no.
There we go. We got it in the end. Right. Sabotage. Hi from Russia. Hi. How you doing? Nice to see you. Patty Nelson's here. And Robert Smith's in the Isle of Man. Wendy's here. Hi, Wendy. Thank you all so much. Explode 1989 is here. Have we said hello to everyone? CC&C here from Austin. Austin, Texas, is that? Fantastic. Okay. Right, so let's have a go then. Michael Rushnak, good morning from California. How are you doing, Michael? Hello.
California is the question.
Say that again?
Said what part of California? I used to live in Burbank.
There you go. Let's see what the delay is in doing that with the tech. Michelle Greenfield is here. It's nice to be able to read from the big screen for once, isn't it? Normally I've got a paintbrush in my hand or something like that. Got to love those sound effects. Absolutely. Okay, right, fantastic. Well, hopefully we'll hear back from where are you? Yes, California, yes. Yeah, Houston, Texas finally made a live chat from Judy. Sherilyn Angel is here. Hello, beautiful souls. Okay, right. Well, ladies and gents, thank you so much for tuning in. Now, one thing I'd like to do, this is all my hands sort of occupied now. Now, can we see that? We've opened up what's normally the chest cam, and we've got a little mobile unit running, so I'm actually completely hands-free. Isn't that nice? Look. So, what you can just see on the screen as we're about to get going. Oh, Big Worm is here. Hello, Big Worm. Orange County. Michael's from Orange County.
Orange County. I know it well. Yes, my father used to do plumbing there.
There you go, Sealer. Okay, fantastic. Who else haven't we said hello to? Shashi Karai is here from Chicago. Hello to you. Brilliant. We're all looking good. Burbank is cool, down the road from my old home. This is fantastic. Right, so as you can see now, I've got a completely mobile setup. Hello, everyone. So we can go and have a little wander around. So if there's any specific questions that you've got that might relate to something in the studio, hopefully, by the power of Grayskull, that we can actually walk around and you can see what's going on. And you can see here as AD walks around, this is the tech that we've got just to produce a camera and a wireless signal for you. So lots of stuff going on. Just thought you might want to see that. Tina Lanning is here. Hello, Tina. Tamara Chu from Utah. Hi, Tamara. How you doing? All looking good. Orange County from Michael. Stella is here. Oh, there's AD going for a walk around. Look. And there he is again. Oh, I love this. We should have a TV station. This would be hysterical. Hi from the Philippines. Fantastic. Ed and AD, what's the biggest challenge? Right, okay. Funny Fox is going to kickstart us off. Okay, thank you, Funny Fox. Ed and AD, what's the biggest challenge where live streaming is concerned? Right. AD has just let out a sharp exhale of breath. Where do we actually start, to be honest with you? So if you can, what I'm gonna do now. Yeah, the camera that he's on now is a nightmare. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna see if I can flick on to, so you can see it. So you can see him on the static camera now. There you go. So we've basically got a webcam made out of a GoPro, and they're not really designed to do that. And we're using a wireless system to be able to transmit it. So actually getting the chest cam is one of the biggest hurdles that we always have, and it always means we're having to reboot the computer literally 2 minutes before we go onto air. And it has to be done in a certain sequence and all the other things. So it is a nightmare, and it doesn't matter how many YouTube tutorials we watch. You kind of just have to go in and figure it out for yourself, really. So it can just get a bit of a nightmare. But there are lots of challenges, but they're mostly technical. The rest of the stuff is a piece of cake for us. Okay, but that's a great one, Funny Fox. Thank you so much. Okay, what else have we got? So Tina from Portland, Oregon, freezing my butt off. Hopefully you're warmer than I am. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Thomas says, love your gallery and love your art. Thank you. And John Moon as well. Thank you very much. Tech issues, I would imagine. Yeah. Okay, so Wendy asks, what camera do you use? Brilliant. Right, thanks, Wendy. So, let's have a look. So we're on the... Yeah, so we'll go on the static. Oh, hello, there we are again. Right, so we've obviously talked about the GoPro. That's a GoPro Hero 6, I think, so not a current one. There you go. So inside there, we've got that link to a sender unit, which is a wireless HDMI sender, which is over there. Okay, and so we're going to show you now what that is. Now, what we've got in front of us here, hello everyone, is, and we'll show you that in a sec. Oh, there you go, look, a magic snake. So in there is a video sender unit, and that just wirelessly transmits up to around about 300 feet. So anyway, that's that. So in terms of, let's make sure I don't miss anything. So we've got the Logitech PTZ, which he's going to show you in just a second. And that is a 10 times optical zoom. And it's a conferencing webcam. That's essentially what it is. But we've mounted it on a tripod. And they're just fantastic. I say in high definition, we can get 1080p. And we've got that on all of the cameras. Right, so Adi will just show you that now. Hopefully, there we go. So that is, we've got two of those, and which are quite expensive. And they pan, tilt, zoom, blah, blah, blah. So they're pretty cool. So hopefully that tells you what the camera's like. And then we've got one static wide angle webcam, which it does the overhead work. That's me looking at myself. How weird is that? I can't get used to this. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, so tech issues. Yeah, what cameras? Have to ask questions now, as we'll have to leave in 7 minutes. How do you make your frame for your canvas, Serge? Right. Okay. Let's see if let me. He's going to go and get one, AD. So we'll come back to that in a second, Serge. Are you guys on lockdown? Sort of, just to move on from that. Do you have a favourite colour combination to paint with? Red, black and white is always a favourite. And I like anything with gold in it. Black and gold is pretty good. My favourite colour is orange, so anytime I get to use orange, that's always nice. And I've always liked the combination of like a really vivid pink and baby blue, almost like neon. And that's good with some black in it. So I think they're pretty nice, but to be honest, I could just paint with anything. Not a fan of green. Sorry, controversial. Do you have a Patreon? If you don't, I would definitely look into it and raise some funding for your artwork. Oddly enough, Art of the Abstract, yeah, we have looked at doing something with Patreon, and just trying to figure out what it is that we can repay back exclusively wise, that kind of thing. But no, thank you. That's a very good point. Okay, just so I don't miss this off the list, I've just opened my own gallery and studio less than a month ago, and because of this stupid coronavirus, I went belly up. How long should I wait to try again? Don't wait. Just get on. I wouldn't wait for anything. The market's going to be very, very odd now for quite some while, but that doesn't mean to say that we can't use our ability to connect with people, and then when things do get better again, we can pick those new connections up and the people that we meet, virtually, and push on and push forward. So I wouldn't waste any time at all. Social media everywhere.
Virtual socialising, let's get on, in social media.
So, Magic Snakes, right, Magic Snakes. Swarez. I'll talk about pricing in a sec. So, Swarez Livernosh, yes. Yeah, the frames. So basically, we buy these from a local supplier, but in actual fact, these are sustainable timbers. They're very, very ultra low moisture content, and they're grown in Scandinavia, and they're a push fit frame. I think Ada will try and show you now on the screen, and they are absolutely brilliant. And these are floating frames, so what happens is when the canvas is stretched around them, because they're not glued, by pushing the wedges in the corner, you can give a constant tension on the frame, and they're just push fit, so you can make any sizes up that you want. There you go. Hope that answers that one. Thank you, Serge. CC&C. Does pricing go along with the size of the painting? Not always, but most of the time, yes. You mentioned you didn't start painting until your mid-30s. How did you get into this painting adventure life? Okay, let's see. Well, I used to be a punch bag for a ladies' self-defence class, and what I mean by that is on a Saturday morning we used to have regular classes, and I was the punch bag for the ladies to practice on. And then one day the lady instructor said, we're going to go and do self-defence class. We're going to go and paint the following week rather than beating each other up. And I just bought some cheap art materials, and that's where I found it in 2007. Just discovered it by accident. Anyway, that's on my history page if you want to have a look at that. Do you have any tips for someone with no capital, or how to get your art in front of people? Oh my lord. I just don't think I've got enough time to be able to explain that, Tanya. Getting your work noticed is really, or can be really difficult. Really, that's a complete video on its own. I don't mean to shy away from that, Tanya, but it's a huge, huge topic. If we've got chance a little bit later, let's talk about that. If we don't cover some of that off now, let's see what we can cover off later, because it is just a huge, huge topic. Right? Is that okay? You don't mind, do you? I don't want to miss any of the questions that are just coming through, but please do remind me, Tanya, because we can come back to that. Okay. Derek, behave yourself. When is Twitch coming? I don't know. Funny fucks. No idea. One platform at a time. Right, okay. Do you set yourself a goal like I must sell X number of paintings this month, week, etc. from the Rita? No. No, I don't. I don't want to run this like a target-driven enterprise. I don't think you can do that. A lot of things to do, certainly with what we do here, is it's kind of linked in, if you like, with a lot of how our economy is. If that makes kind of sense? So, and a lot depends on. What am I trying to say? Hang on, let me go back to that. Do you set yourself a goal like you must sell X number of paintings in a month, in a week, says the Rita? No, actually, let's answer that in a different way. I've never done that. What I know is, for any given year, what I need to pay my wages and his wages and run the place and have enough left over to start the next year off. So breaking that down, I then know exactly how much I need on a monthly basis to do that. So that's probably the only sort of like targeting that I do. As long as I can hit that at the end of the year, I'm okay. If that kind of makes sense. I have an addiction to Swarez art. Is there a queue? Oh, Thomas, thank you so much. I have an operational question. Do you own or lease your property and contents insurance? What's the question about? Oh, and lease your property and. I'm not sure what you mean about the contents insurance, Derek, but I lease this building. Okay. Do you have a list of the types of paint you use for your large canvas paintings? I use acrylic for smaller abstract. Yeah, Shashi, it's all enamel paint. Everything is exclusively enamel paint. Don't use anything else. That's it, really. I'll try and pop a link on the replay when this is done to a link on the site about the enamel paints, if that helps. But yeah, they're pretty cool. I mean, they'll kill you, but they're pretty cool. Do you have a list as paints? Right, thank you. It made me feel better. Sjöd says, apart from the frames, which has already been answered, how do you read the messages while painting during a live stream? It could be the delay, but seems you are answering while painting. My colleague now, if the piece of wire is long enough, is going to answer that.
It's me. What I'm doing is I'm reading the messages and I'm relaying those to Ed in his ear. So not only has he got to speak, he's got to listen to me yapping on his ear, telling him what camera angles we're doing, whether we're doing overhead cam or we're doing the PTZ or we're doing the corner cam. I also have to say to him that Swarez has said, so on and so forth. He'd like to know about the bars, what paints you use and everything else, and then he'll basically reply to you. So that's how he does it. It's magic.
Right. There we go. Oh, now I've got my wires all crossed over. Can you hold on to that?
Yeah.
Right. I hope that answers your question. I haven't missed it. How do you keep everyone's question? How on earth do you keep up with everyone's questions and comments? No idea. I've never done this before. Guys, remember to like if you haven't yet. Thank you, Funny Fox. Oops, sorry. What's the most important lesson you learnt doing YouTube from Atalia Linty? Most important lesson?
Not to pee YouTube off, because you say one wrong thing, you use one wrong piece of music, and that's it. You don't get monetized. They complain, they moan. Sometimes they take your videos off. So it's to be very, very nicey to the Google God.
Yes. And not to panic as well, especially doing it live. Early ones were like, the world's about to end. But actually, it doesn't. You guys are very patient, so thank you. What's your favourite social media? None of them. I don't like any of them.
Netflix.
If I could turn them all off, I would. Favourite one? Actually, I think Instagram probably. Well, for me anyway, I like Instagram. We're just getting into Pinterest as well, which is odd, isn't it? Pinterest is odd. That's his job. Right. Okay. Question to you both from Funny Fox. What do you like the most of working with each other? This could take a while. What do you actually? Oh, I don't know.
I'll answer. There you go. The key thing is that me and Ed have known each other for a long, long time, and it's to the point now where it's kind of like that bromance, if you want to call it something. I know what kind of mood he's in and things like that. I know what he's trying to do. If he's trying to explain something to me, I kind of understand what it is that he wants. So that's the good thing about it, is that now we almost finish each other's sentences, but it's just about working together. Is the fact that I kind of know what he needs to get done, how he needs to get it done, so I try and get what he needs for him, if that answers it.
Oh, brilliant. I like that. I'm quite emotional here. Back on January the 14th, you posted on your Facebook page a close-up of the ocean or a painting in my studio. Details of something metallic blue and truly magnificent along with a photo. What's the name? Oh, I'll have to look at that, Nano. I literally can't even remember where I live, let alone what I posted 3 months ago or 2 months ago. I'm so sorry. I will have a look. That's 10 weeks ago. So I'll have to have a look at that. I don't know, but I will have a look. No. Okay. We'll go back through this when it's later in the day and I'll have a look. Tony Welsh. Hi, Tony Welsh. Hi, Ed and AD. Was there a specific instance that opened up an international client base for you? Or did you use a specific method or avenue to open up those markets?
No, there was a specific instance.
You were talking about Dubai. Yes. Shortly after I took the leap to do this full time, I think I sat for about 3 or 4 weeks in an utter state of complete panic, thinking, the world's about to end and I'm going to be homeless. And then a guy got in touch from Dubai and kick-started this off with buying 38 paintings. So although Dubai hasn't been very big, it's mainly the US, actually, isn't it? Where most 90% of everything international goes to the US. And really, it's weird because being a .co.uk, I shouldn't really be appearing in US searches, which is one of the reasons why I'm going to switch to a .com soon. But I think if depending on what you're searching for, it'll be there, and But anyway, yeah. So we've got quite a big following now in the US. In fact, 35% of all traffic and views on YouTube comes from the US. So I think it's building quite a. There you go.
So with the Dubai one, it was basically a leap into the unknown. We had never shipped sort of internationally, especially on that kind of scale. We both kind of thought that it was a big daunting task, but we broke it down into small sections and worked on it. I remember Ed calling me and saying, we just can't do this, we can't do this. I said, yeah, we can do this, we'll work it out. And we did. And from that point, it gave us a reference on how to ship internationally. And it opened up the world for us then. So it was great.
There you go. Right, I'm just going to scroll back to the comments I've missed. Hang on, bear with us, guys, because it's asleep. What? Oh God, yeah, right, okay, right, okay.
Even the mouse is sick of us.
Right, so as I don't pay for insurance, I take the risk. Oh right, from Derek Austin, fire, water, theft insurance. Yes, got insurance. Thank you. Okay. Right. Do you do any other type of art besides abstract and abstract statues? From Michael McEwen. No, I can barely write my own name. Trust me, you don't want to see what my portraits look like. But thanks for that. Right, I'm just going back up down the comments just because I don't want to miss any. Do you worry about people breaking in? Says Wendy. No, I'd like to see them get these out of the door. Okay, I'll have great fun looking on the camera system that comes straight through to our phones for people breaking in. I'd be hysterical. I'd have at least 3 hours before I needed to get here. Do you have a hobby or activity? Oh, Tina Lanning loves your shirt.
Oh,
Thanks, he says.
I'm just coming back now. Yeah, just coming back. Let's go back to PTZ. Oh, PTZ. Yeah, if you know what it is, yeah, it's mooncakes, chookity, from Final Space, because I love that. That's fantastic, that is.
There you go. That answers that. Tina, you're a pro, says AD. Sorry, you're a pro, AD, says Third Eye Open. Right, love your shirt. Do you have a hobby or an activity for pure pleasure outside your career as a painter, says Stella. Yeah, well, I've just found, last year I found climbing just by accident, so I'm quite enjoying that. I'm terrible at it. I keep thinking I'm going to fall off, but I quite like it, and it's a bit of a release. So, yeah, climbing. So that's that. What else have we got? Thanks. Yeah. Would love to know what way you found best to hang a large canvas from Multi-Revelator. That's a good one. Well, it's actually very, very simple, to be perfectly honest. And that's just 2 screws in the back. Actually, we could probably
do that.
Yeah. Shall we show you? Let's go and take a wander. Let's show you. So we're going. Oh, go on to yes. We'll go. Let's go and show you, shall we? Right. Let's see if I can actually do this without killing myself.
Well, I can try and attempt to hold.
It's all right. I know I can do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Right. Right, okay, so hopefully, there you go, just 2 screws in the wall. Admittedly, these are almost falling out, but hey-ho. And they go on the back there, look, underneath the bars. That kind of thing, yeah? That was pretty cool on the camera, actually, mate. I just saw the monitor. That's good, right. So hopefully that answers your question. Oh, that nearly ended in tears. Oh, I feel quite stressed now.
$3,000 gone.
Yeah, you owe us $3,000, by the way, if I dropped it. No, I'm only joking. Right, so Nelson Jr. is here. I think that says it's fantastic. Thank you so much. Bromance, yeah, amazing. Where do you get your inspirational ideas, says Thomas. Oh, you just don't want to go there. Literally, I don't know, really. I'm just fascinated by colours and shapes, I suppose. And just like that kind of thing, and colours. It's as simple as that, really. Okay, so Serge says, why do you choose abstract painting? I just like it. Again, I think that just comes to the previous answer. This is what I really like. And I don't know. These are really good questions, aren't they? AD is your PA, yeah. What do you like most about working with AD? Can you hear that? Oh, well, the list is so long. Where do I even begin? He turns up every day, and that's always good. What do you say about someone you've known for 25 years? He's great. He's awesome. I'm not going to embarrass him, and I can't look him in the eye now. But he's just awesome. You know, I couldn't think of anyone I'd rather do this with. That's the bottom line of it. So, what do I enjoy work about? Everything. There you go. I enjoy everything. So tomorrow, what is it going to take to give me your secret to your gigantic spinner? Sorry, tomorrow, not happening. Okay, move on. She wants a secret to our spinner. Right, so no. Yeah, watch the live streams. You'll figure it out. Okay, Funny Fox is off. Hazel says we're like an old married couple, no problem. And okay, who else is here? Tanya's off. She's got to go. Have you? Oh no, sorry, you haven't. No, you haven't. Derek, what is both the cheapest and most expensive painting you've sold? Where's the furthest you've travelled to for installation? How much is the current .com registrant asking for Swarez? Well, okay, in reverse order then, Derek. I own the Swarez ones that I want to own anyway. I can't have Swarez.com. I think somebody owns it, but I've got SwarezArt.com, which is actually the most important one. Is it a plumbing business in Kuwait or somewhere? Is it? Is it? Okay. So where's the furthest you've travelled for installation? San Francisco for him, Dubai for me, probably. And what's the cheapest and most expensive painting you've sold? Cheapest, well, is free, because I do randomly give them away. Probably 50 quid is the cheapest I've ever sold one for.
So one individual painting, the most expensive.
It was the curved one at Canary Wharf.
It was, you're right. Yeah.
So we did a 22-foot long curved painting for a concierge area in Canary Wharf, and that was pretty pricey, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that was not far off 20 grand, that one. So so hopefully that sorts that out. Well, I would like to point out we're working on a sculpture project, and that's going to be hideously expensive, isn't it, mate? When that's done, if we can pull it off. Anyway, Tony Welsh, thanks for answering my question. Thought your video on shipping was first class. Thank you, Tony. That's very kind of you. Okay, what else have we got? Let's have a look. Michael McEwen. Oh, he's going to show you now. There you go, Derek. And that is on the site. And that's, we think, the largest curved painting ever been done, ever. But obviously, well, correct me if I'm wrong. Michael says, did you ever get your roof fixed? No, actually, we're waiting for a new roof to be fitted. So hopefully we'll be able to get rid of the buckets at some point. And well done, both of you. You must have been frightened the first time shipping. Yes, it's always terrifying. Right, have I answered that? Yes, I have. Any celebrities purchased your art, says Big Worm? Yes, can't say. No, genuinely can't say, otherwise they'll kill us. Okay, Adi from the north. Don't know what that means. Sorry about that.
No, I'm not from the north.
He's not from the north.
No, not from the north. No.
Does that? He's not from Leeds. Okay, Derek, could you use a French cleat baton system for hanging?
French cleat baton system?
Yeah.
We don't. I don't tend to do that because.
You might want to speak into that.
Yeah, I don't tend to do that because of the. It just wouldn't work with our bars at the back, the crossbars. That doesn't work for us. That's what we've put on the wall when we did for Keza.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah. So no, it wouldn't work with the crossbars. I've had to do some wild and wonderful things to get paintings on a wall. One of them, especially, I say, in Dubai, we were talking about Dubai. One there was that I had to make a system, and it was working around cleaners, chauffeurs, chefs, builders, and everything else, and we got it within a millimetre across. How long was B12? What was B12 in the end?
Oh, that was 18 feet long.
18 feet long, and we came within a millimetre on all 6 of the fixings, so I was quite pleased with that.
I'm just wondering if you want to answer the next one, look, because it says, for hanging, do you put a notch in the crossbar to keep it on the screw head?
No, I actually used the screw head to keep it tight against it. So I will leave enough of the length of the screw so that it is 16 millimeters, and then the head of the screw actually holds it on there.
Right, answer the good questions. These are all brilliant questions. Thank you, everyone. This is brilliant. Okay, so we're going to get the camera back out because I want to show. Yeah, in just a sec. He's just disappeared somewhere. What else have we got? Damiana Herrera is here. Hello. Thomas Johnson says, "Is that painting one you did on the top of your head?" No, we're going to get the camera, and I'm going to show you that one in a minute. That's what we're going to have a wander with the camera for. Thank you so much for demonstrating. You guys are motivating. Thank you very much. Paul Ambrahart is here. Hello, Paul. Nice to see you. Michael Rusnak. Can you talk about the importance of a YouTube channel in just building a brand, regardless of the kind of art you make? We're really just in the kind of early stages of it. And I think for us, it was trying to decide what direction to take it in. What is the channel going to be for? And you know, I think after much, we debated this and with a couple of other people, what should it be? And we thought that it would be a good idea to try and help other people. So part of the channel is about helping people. The other part is, you know, the live streams, and then we dot other things in between. I don't think it's any harm whatsoever. I haven't had anybody get in touch going, hey, you know, your stuff's great, I want to buy a load of it. But in terms of having a presence and allowing people to understand what it is you do,
if they want to.
Yeah, obviously they can. All credit cards accepted. But I think it's important that it's something a bit more fluid than just using pictures, if that makes sense. You know, a website and a lot of social media is based around static images. We put small 30-second, 1 minute, 3 minute videos on, that kind of thing. But I think if you really want to make something and do something, either demonstrate, tips, how to, or just evolve and immerse anybody who wants to stop by and have a look in what it is that you do, then I think it's invaluable. But I haven't gone at it with the viewpoint of actually, you know, it's trying to convert into sales, if that makes sense. The channel isn't big enough to earn, you know, big revenues. It isn't, and that's not the point of it. The point is it's entertainment, and it's another part of the jigsaw, if you like. So I think it's really important, if that helps.
Let's go back to the bit about the there. Can we see that? What it would do is that. So the screw goes in to the wall, and then it locks off, and that head is the bit that stops it from coming off, like that.
Okay, brilliant. So Stella says, do you paint every day or do you have a day off? No, I don't paint every day. I paint about once a week at the moment, which is live stream day, because just haven't got time to do everything else. It's no more than, even in a busy week, it's no more than 2.5 days a week. It's such a lot. And on the heavy days, or if there's a particular big commission coming up, I'll do a morning session and an afternoon session, which don't run for any more than 2 hours, because it's just too oppressive with all the equipment on and all that kind of thing. Haven't forgotten, Thomas. We'll have a look at the painting, all right? The one that I wore on my head. We'll go and have a look at that in a second. Haven't forgotten about that. So I hope that answers that.
Where are we off to?
We're going to go into the back in just a sec, buddy. Let me just do a couple of others. Yes. Is your art... Oh, Thomas again says, is your art best displayed on white walls? Not really, no. In fact, let's do the... If you're okay with that, mate, let's go for a wander. Let's see if we don't fall over anything here. Right, so let's just do... No, we'll do the white wall thing in a minute. So Thomas asked a little bit earlier on if we got the one where I wore it on my head. Well, can I just say, there's the one we did on the live stream on Wednesday. Obviously, I'm not going to spend too much time looking at this because these aren't questions you're asking. And then down here... Right, so here you go, Thomas. This should sort you... There you go. So that's the one from, I think, 3 weeks ago now. Yeah, or the third session. You know, the one that we did. Not this one, not the one before, but the one before that. Yeah, so three streams ago. And these are the two that we did the week before this one, which have come out awesome. And obviously, you've seen the mural type one that we had a bit of fun with on Wednesday. And then just to answer your other question, Thomas, and thank you so much for this. And we're trying to keep this fluid and moving as much as we can. Okay, so does it all best displayed on a white wall? Not always. No, I think you know, it depends actually what the painting is, to be honest. But whites always look, you know, if it's a minimal, it always look good on grey or light greys. But to be honest, no, you can stick it on everything. We've had it on. Yeah, we've had to put the lights off because everything flickers. But you know, I've had some stuff on royal blue walls and red walls, and we've done orange ones and green ones. It's crazy. I think if the art fits, it just fits. You know. Hopefully that answers that question. Right, we are back. Tanya Woodford's still here. Okay, Marion says he is your protector when you are painting and all those fumes. I love him. I would love him too, or love him too. There you go. Got a fan, mate.
Oh, thanks.
Right. Okay, moving on. Right, you're distorting, talking directly into the mic. Right, well, I'll try and keep it out here a bit then. Sorry about that, I get a bit excited.
Tweak it down
Yeah, we might have to tweak it down. Should we just tweak it down a little bit? What do I press on here, mate?
No, not on that one.
Oh, not on that one. Hey, don't touch the... Okay, he's going to have a go. Look, see if he can sort the distorting out. Someone's getting a bit, obviously a bit... Oh. Okay.
And let's go.
We're just going to... there we go. We're just going to turn the audio down just a little bit.
So if you need to, just take it down a little bit more.
Will do, buddy. Thank you. Okay, Wendy Guinness Book of Records. Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Right. Okay. Let's go back to the chat. What's been the defining thing to make your business successful? Being awesome. What can I say to that? That's a good one, actually. I'm not sure, Robert. Pardon.
Hi, Penny.
I'm not sure actually, Roger. It is Roger. Robert. Sorry, Robert.
Yeah.
If I can pull out anything, I'm not sure. It's been like a gradual thing. I think. I mean, there has to. What we create has to appeal to those that want to buy it. You know, it's never going to be mass appeal, but it has to have an appeal. I've always tried to be authentic, genuine, let people make up their own minds. I've never hidden behind anything. I've always been very open about stuff and just tried to do what people have asked. And I think that's it, really. I've just kind of been true to those kind of principles, if that makes sense.
Grim determination. That's what's done it. Absolutely. We will not and never have given up on anything, trying to get anything done. We will go to the nth degree to get it done. And it is bloody hard work, but we do it. And we push and we push and we push all the time. And everything that we've ever done, it's always been that you can't do this, you won't be able to do that. And we push and we push and we push. You know, you still got to remember that we are in a business where it's quite difficult. We all know this. All artists out there that are watching this know that this is a very hard business to be in. But we refuse to go down without a fight. It's as simple as that.
Amen. Right, Penny's just got here. Hello, Hazel Brown says, are you both married with kids? He is, I'm not. Thomas Johnson, do you ever paint over the top of your paintings? I've done it once or twice, but it's not that good. It's not that successful. And Penny says we'll have to view again. Yes. Patty Nelson, how many customers visit your studio on a normal week? Not well. This week, yeah. I can't really answer that. It's entirely dependent. I don't get drop-in visitors. It's by appointment, and I've always tried to maintain that because, you know, I think if someone takes the effort and the desire to want to come here, it's important that we both have time for people when they come here, and it's a working space, and we're busy and all the rest of the stuff. So appointment only. But in terms of volumes, all this is done for no more than 20 people a year. That's the bottom line. 1.5 million page views, every bit of social media covered, subscribers, all this effort, and it's 20 clients a year. There you go. That's the numbers. I hope that makes some sense. Right, so Mr. Mystique said, this is a good one. Oh, who's in Mexico? Natalie, hello from Mexico. Hello. Right, so this is a good one. Mr. Mystique says, why are some artists able to make 60 grand for their paintings while others make 600? There's one word for that, galleries. Do you want me to go any further? Honestly, we could probably debate that one all night, but as you probably know, the art market is made up of people at a certain level trying to persuade other people that something has a certain value. I mean, the Mona Lisa we know is priceless, but it's still only paint on canvas. So value and relative values and desirability, there are so many things that go into that, and we literally could spend the next 3 hours debating that. But it is it's a really interesting topic. Perhaps we should just cover that as a topic on its own at some point, I think.
Being in with the in crowd. That's another thing. If you're in with the in crowd, that's it. You're golden, aren't you? You know, we've got a certain rather famous artist down the road, and it just happens to be that he was in with the right in crowd. People who know who I'm talking about that know us, and yeah, it's not what you know, it's who you know, isn't it?
There you go. Right, so but that's a good one, Mr. Mystique. Thank you. Formerly Rod Line says, most important question: why isn't your Mini lime green with a black hood?
Not here today.
No, it isn't. We're in 80s car today. Yeah, maybe one day. Penny, while this shutdown economy, while the economy is shut down, yeah, do you feel people are still buying art? Probably not.
No.
I don't think it would be top of my list. Staying alive and making sure everyone around me is okay and all that kind of stuff. I think that would be my priority. Who knows what will happen when it passes, but for now, I think there are slightly more important things. So no, I don't feel people are buying it.
Going back to Formerly Rod.
Oh, Formerly Rod, yeah.
Yeah, Formerly Rod. You were saying about why isn't the Mini done? Well, we've actually talked about putting a wrap on the roof, a Swarez wrap. We did have somebody who was able to speak to BMW, and we did approach BMW about doing it on the Minis and things like that, instead of having a Union Jack or whatever it be on the roof, is having a Swarez Original on the roof, as a wrap. Unfortunately, they were tied up with other artists, so couldn't do anything with us. But there's always that possibility.
Yeah, we do try. Okay, so what else have we got? What kind of payment do you accept for pricey paintings? So many scams these days. Bank transfer. When I sat with the client in their home, bank transfer done, easy. Gold diamonds, Krugerrands. What else do we take? Cars, boats. Any jewellery that's hallmarked, anything like that will do.
Anything that I mean, we've said this in some of our recent videos that we are in times when people don't have the money. Perhaps they have something to trade, but perhaps they have website abilities. Perhaps they are video editors, something like that. Is to be able to trade a painting for their services.
Okay, cool. This is brilliant, guys. Thank you so much, by the way, for getting all your questions out. We'll have to go through them quite quickly because I just don't want to miss any. We're trying to get everybody's done. Okay, right. So,
if anybody, if it's scrolled past and you don't think we've answered it, just put it up again in the comments, and we'll try and get to it again. Yes,
we will. First time we've done it as well. So, okay. Oh, this is really good. There's some great stuff coming through. How do you insure your work for transporting? If it goes in a crate, it's done by the shipping agent. You just pay for your shipping insurance. It's not that much, about 50 quid at a time. Okay, the Rita. AD is getting on his exercise, showing us the answers to your questions. Thank you. Okay. Right, Kevin McGivern. I currently work as a commercial illustrator, but I really would love to be an independent artist selling straight to the customer. Do you have any advice in making his career transition? Like I said before, Kevin, it's such a massive subject. It's impossible just to cover off in just a few things. It's more principle based than academically based, and that is relentlessness and determinism, or whatever that word is, determination. And so I'll just say two very, very quick things. Apart from never wanting to give up, be very clear on what it is that you want. So if you want to make a career out of it, you've got to do the numbers behind it. And secondly, is finding out who it's supposed to be for. Because when you clearly understand what it is that you want and who is going to end up being your audience, you've got two very valuable pieces of real estate there, and that allows you to go and find it. That's all I'd say. Hope that answers your question. Okay, so Big Worm, have you ever sold on eBay? Yes, but I only do I do one sale a year on eBay, which is for the canvases that haven't gone quite right, the test pieces, that kind of thing. Nothing's stretched, nothing's framed, so look out for that. June or July, I tend to do an eBay sale. Right, hang on one second, guys. Okay, right, I've got to go back up and find out where we got to now on my comments. Sorry, just bear with me now. We had to do a quick refresh of the page. All right, there's a lot of questions coming through. Thanks, guys. We are going to get round to them. Okay, right, okay. Okay, so that's the eBay one. Derek says, do you use security fixings for public areas? And which brand do you recommend? Are you Springlock? Never used them. I haven't got a clue. Just stick it on. If some stuff is in public areas, other people own it. So if it gets nicked, it's their problem. Okay, the Rita, having a grey wall is nice for a sample. Yeah, Tony Welsh, I agree with your wider thinking around galleries. If you're approached by one of the major ones, such as White Cube, would you sign up with them? Ooh, no idea. Doubtful that's ever going to happen. I suppose, like everything, it just comes down to what somebody's proposing. I've been approached a number of times before, but the numbers are just stupid, and what they want, and you have to sign, agreements and all this kind of stuff. No, I didn't get into this for the money, if that makes any sense. I've got no pension. I don't own my own house. We're both, got outgoings. We're just ordinary people. But I don't want to be a sellout. So unless the White Cube galleries come up and offer us £1 million each, it's never going to happen. Okay, Denise Weeks, what was it like selling your first painting? Pretty cool. What year? 2013 officially. How big was it? Tiny. Just joining, so not sure if this question's already been asked. No, it hasn't, Denise, but thank you so much. Techno Valinda, what a great name. What is very important to think about when you want to open your own gallery? Well, this is a bit different because this is just, you can't really call it a gallery, it's a show space really, because it's just somewhere just to hang my paintings. If you're opening one commercially where you represent other people, I'm not really sure I'm qualified to answer that, because that's not something that we do. But here, this is just somewhere just to hang them and make it look nice. So I'm not sure what you'd really classify that as. It might be a bit wishy-washy, so I hope that doesn't...
Trying to find a reasonably good location for the minimal amount of rent is probably the best thing if you're going to open up your own gallery for your own stuff. You need to really sort of haggle as much as you possibly can, because times are going to be quite hard. So...
Right, should we fire that one back on for everybody? We're going to fire the other camera on for those of you who haven't seen it yet. Okay, Robert Smith, thanks for the thumbs up. Awesome. Great sense of humour. CJ Marquez, hello, how you doing? Remember, we do a live stream on a Wednesday, if you're new here. Oh, that's the back of my head. You don't want the back of my head, do you? Right, so... yeah, and it was the back of my head. How many years have you been in that building and gallery? Been here since 2012, okay? Oh, yes, 2012. Hello, camera. Okay. Loretta Leo almost had a heart attack when you were standing on your painting. Great seeing Adi in front of the camera. Yay! Shall I give Adi a round of applause, shall I? Let's see if I can do that. Are we ready? Let's do a round of applause. Okay, hopefully that's a round of applause. Right, Adi's just taking you on a quick tour of the office now. Ever use Gerstacker stretcher bars or Pintura canvas? If so, do you rate them? Did you ever tell your expensive roll of canvas story? Multi-revelator. No, I've used Gerstacker canvas before, never the stretcher bars. I only use stretcher bars from one particular source. The canvas story, 3,000 quid for a roll of canvas I spent. And it's okay, but it's not the best. But yeah, that was my canvas story. That's the most I've ever spent on a roll. It's for 3,000 quid. In fact, it's the one I use on the live streams. Just trying to get through it. Oh dear, it's heartbreaking. Carla Danciart, how do you get such a great glossy finish, especially on the smaller painting, with the diagonal bricks and black background you showed earlier? It's really lovely. Thank you, Carla. Adie's will go and show you now the blocks. So basically that is resin blocks, and the shininess is casting resin. That's all it is. It's not a special thing. I think we bought it from Ellie Chem Resins. Here in the UK, and I think it's called Total Cast. Is it Total Cast, mate? Did we use Total? Might be called Total Cast. It's a product by Ellie Chem Resins, and that's it. What you can see on the screen now is that resin artwork, but that's how you get the gloss finish on it. Just basically casting resin. Hope that helps. Carla Dancy. Oh, great glossy finish. Yes, sorry, that's fine. Thank you very much for that. Enamel's just dry glossy. Yeah, on the paints, the gloss medium is built into the paint. Okay, this is good. What else have we got? How many employees work for this business? Penny, it's just me and AD. That's it. Robert Smith, any advice for which site to use for setting up website for artists? Boom, Robert. Yes. On the YouTube channel, there are 2 videos just come out, the last 2 that we've done, and I'm starting to do a series of videos about how to understand ways of putting a site out there, things for you to consider. So we've done 1 and 2 so far. We've covered things like using WordPress, Squarespace, what domains are all about, domain names, hosting. We've talked about keywords, that kind of thing. And we've shot another video today, which will come out over the weekend, where we're talking about e-commerce, mobile devices. We're talking about the look and the feel of the site, and also about how to secure it for e-commerce. Lots of stuff like that. There you go, Ada's showing you now. All right, so that's out on YouTube. So please do go and have a look at that. Hopefully we'll get something from it. Okay, brilliant. So, hi from Pittsburgh, says Robert. Do you work in smaller sizes? Occasionally, Robert. But, you can't be too expressive on the smaller stuff. That's why I like the big scale. Okay, Miss Prissy has just clicked on. Hello, Miss Prissy. We're just getting through the comments now. Penny says, do you have a lawyer and an accountant? Yes, and they're both on speed dial. Okay, fantastic. What else have we got? Mr. Mystique, you're talented. Please come to the next Miami Art Basel. I would love to meet you. Well, if we ever get 5 minutes off, we'll come over to Miami and we'll come and have a vacation, won't we? Yeah, we like Miami. Don't we?
I think you could persuade me to go to Miami. I think, yeah, I think so.
Okay, really good one here from Thomas Johnson. When a person buys your art, can they resell it? They can do what they like with it. It's fine. It's theirs. They can jump on it and set it on fire in front of us if they want. It doesn't matter as long as they pay for it. Okay, brilliant.
Hopefully not jump on it and fire on it.
So, Marianne, I buy ready-made canvases. It does cost more. I was looking into buying a roller canvas, maybe selling only canvas paintings. Let buyers do their own frames. Possibly, Marianne, although most people don't really want to bother with that, doing it themselves. Okay, what else have we got? Remember to like the video, guys. Thank you, Natalie. Yes, give us a thumbs up if you like what is going on. Okay, so...
I saw something about somebody in Hong Kong then.
Oh, somebody in Hong Kong. We're getting to that now because I'm just here, look.
Right.
How do you come up with your names for your artwork, says Jack. I'm utterly insane. And I'm thinking about words and things all the time. To be fair, Jack, a lot of them come from music titles, from obscure bands and artists and solo performances, that kind of thing. So just try and marry them up together and voila. Nothing technical, just I like words. Hope that helps. Okay, and Derek, would you dare leave Adi alone in the paint pod with a blank canvas? Never! Oh dear. Right, so what have we got? How has your style evolved over the past 13 years? Oh, blimey. It's pretty unrecognisable, really, I think, mate, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's evolving all the time, to be honest. I think I have a very low attention... Sorry, I couldn't resist that. I have a very low attention span, so I think after a while you just want to try. He's great because he likes to try new things as well. He's like, dude, I've had an idea. The barrel. Have you seen the barrel painting on the live streams? It's on one of the playlists. Go and have a look at that, because his idea was like, dude, what happens if we can rotate it that way instead of that way? And that was the barrel painting. You must go and check it out. It's awesome. So, it's very much like a two-way thing in terms of style developing. Ian Holmes is here. Evening, Ed and Adi. How long has it taken you to develop from the gallery from moving into its current form? About 4 years. 4 years and God knows how much money. Yeah.
Keeps going away.
Oh, does it? Why does it keep going away? Yeah, about 4 years, Ian. So Penny says, how about painting cars, boats and airplanes? Sky's the limit. I like the pun. I like the word pun you've done there.
Again.
Well, if you want to chat to Richard Branson and get us a 747, I'll be quite happy to go and paint that.
There was a guy who we did talk to a couple of times who had, we think, was it carbon fibre boat? What was that boat he was building, that black boat? He's on YouTube, isn't he?
Oh yeah, I can't remember him. Yeah, but he was a carbon fibre.
He was developing his own boat, and it was something fantastic, and this, that, and the other. And he wanted to get it done, and it just never happened. Like a lot of things people say, and it just doesn't come to fruition. So, unfortunately,
you can lead a horse to water, stroke its neck, as you say, and point its head down, but you can't make it drink. Okay, good question. So Ryan says, "Hi, Ryan Island. Hello, how you doing? What's your top 3 art disasters? Paintings breaking, etc. Top 3 art disasters.
One catching
Have
fire.
you seen the live stream?
Catching fire.
Catching fire. Yeah, that happens regularly, doesn't it?
Eating through canvases with chemicals that shouldn't be on there.
Yeah, the chemicals burning through them. I don't think we've got any disasters, really, have we? Not I can think of. No, nothing. Sorry. Sorry to disappoint you. Okay, what else we got? Connect with potential buyer. Love it. Do you mean imagining how the buyer will... I'm not sure I know what you mean. Journey with Nicole. Yes, connect with the potential buyer. Love it. Do you mean imagining how the buyer will love it? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I understand that, Nicole. Tanya Woodford, I've got to go do the dogs, right? Oh, well, thank you, Tanya. Nice to see you. Sorry. Okay. Sort the dogs out. Sort the dogs out. What we got? Let me have a look. Is the show in art fair important to the artist? Adnan, can you expand on that? I'm not. Apologies, I don't really know what that means. Okay, Tanya Woodford's off. Art fill your soul in homes. Other than having the cash and wanting abstract art, how did you narrow down what was your ideal customer? There isn't one. You can't actually say art appeals so universally. I mean, yes, you've got to have a budget to be able to buy it, but apart from that, that's it. You've got to have the wall space as well. That's actually the only 2 criteria in terms of physically being able to own something. But other than that, there is no narrowing down. I mean, you could argue that there is probably a certain type or certain things that run through each client, but everybody is uniquely different, to be honest. And they're from builders to billionaires, aren't they, mate?
They are. My favourite client is the one that has a favourite colour and they go absolutely ballistic when we bring in the piece that they've wanted to be brought down to them, and they jump up and down and they are absolutely beside themselves because they've seen it in the flesh and they love it. That's my ideal, and one that's got lots of coffee.
Coffee, yeah, and nice cars, because we're petrol heads, so we love talking about cars. Okay, Formula Rod Line, what do you think is the best way to find clients willing to pay thousands for a price? Do you mean piece? Again, I'm not sure if we answered this already. It's a difficult thing to actually, to find people willing to spend that money, because almost irrespective of the money, people have to love it, what it is. That's at the core of this. Someone has to see something and then love it, because then after that, it just becomes a series of processes. If what you're doing is not appealing to whoever is looking at it, then it doesn't matter whether it's £1 or £1 million. If they don't want to own it, they're not going to do it. So the appeal, for me anyways, is making things as broad as possible, casting my net as wide as possible and covering as many bases as possible. And when you do that, you've got more chance of hooking somebody, if that makes sense. But I don't. There comes a point where you can't be too specific in how you target or how you approach. It is kind of a wide net kind of approach for me, really. Okay, celebrity art. How do you go about pricing those pieces? Husband 72 began painting 2 years ago. Prolific, well known. You are making huge impact on him. Lots of interest for his work. Well, that's great. Do we know him? Send me an email. Let me know who it is. I'd love to know that. Yeah. info@swarez.co.uk. We won't broadcast anything, but let us know. Let us know. We can have a chat about that if you really want. Bob's Emmy's here. Oh, Bob's Emmy's here. That's great. So how do you go about pricing those pieces? When you mean celebrity, yeah, explain that on an email. I promise if you send me an email, I'll reply. You don't have to tell me who it is, but explain what you mean about the celebrity art. And let's do that off camera, okay? Michelle Greenfield, hello. Tina, how do you move from hiding your paintings in your house to showing them to others and selling them? P.S. Love your paintings. Well, I don't know. If you've got stuff, why are you hiding it? I wouldn't be hiding it. Take photos and start on social media. Get it out there. Don't hide it. I've never hidden anything.
Yeah, but it does take something. Tina, if it's that, you're feeling a little bit sort of shy about doing it and everything else, you've got to get that gumption. You've got to get that gusto to get up there and get out, and you're going to get some knocks. We do, but you get back up and you get on with it, and you got to understand that what you do is fantastic, and that there are a lot of people out there that are going to love it. There are going to be one or two that don't, but don't worry about those. Look for the other people that do love it.
There you go. This is good, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, right. So, what have we got? So T Essence. Hello. There's loads of new people coming on today. Thank you, guys. If we've not met before, this is brilliant, and thank you so much for your time today. I mean, we really do. We're trying to go through this as quickly as we possibly can, just so we can get loads more of your comments in. I hope you're finding this interesting. But it's great to meet everybody, all the new people. Have you done collaborations with other artists? Would you want to? Interesting one. I'll tell you what fascinates us, and this is going back to the YouTube thing. We've talked about going to other artists' studios and so having a chat and interviewing and see what everybody else is getting up to. I think that's really quite interesting. Collaborations can be a tricky thing because of differences in style. So it's not, although I'd always want to have a chat to somebody about something. What could we do, especially on a large scale? I think that'd be awesome. Give us the side of a building or something. I mean, how amazing would that be? So could never rule that out, and I think it would be really. You then sort of hit everyone who likes that artist, and then you get this crossover. So I think it could be really interesting. It's just finding the right tie-up. What is next Wednesday's theme and plan for the live stream, says the Rita. Haven't got a clue.
Well, this is all dependent on, obviously, as we've heard today. I won't mention what I'm going to mention, that everybody's talking about. We all know what's going on at the moment and what's happened to Prime Minister. Obviously, forgive me if you're around the world in other places, but our Prime Minister is now tested positive, and it's possible within the next 24 hours that we will go into some kind of lockdown, shutdown. If that happens, I'm taking the 3-axis gimbal with me. We'll put my phone on. We might have to do this from literally, our street. We just don't know what's going to happen. At the moment, we're still going to say we're going to do a live stream. We're not sure what we're going to do because we don't even know whether we're going to get to the studio.
Yeah, just got to play it as it comes, guys, really. But good question. How do you store your paintings, says Martin? Well, you can see behind them. We'll just hang them up. Simple as that. Anything that isn't on a frame gets laid flat on the floor, and it just stays there until it goes on a frame, basically. Adi will show you now. He's going to go and wander off. Okay. So, not from formerly Rod Line, not many artists work as a team like you two. How did you come to work so close together? Well, I've known Adi for 25 years. Here, you can see him off now. He's going to go and show you. And when I first started this, he was working as a plumber, and he would come and help me, build the walls, mix the paint, stretch the canvases after work, and we'd be here till 10, 11 o'clock at night. And shortly after I launched it as a business, and it soon became clear that, he was getting really, really fed up with what he was doing. And, as the revenues grew, I said, look, mate, why don't you just come here? I can give you some employment. And that's it ever since. Been together ever since. 6 years. Man and boy. Okay. If Jackson Pollock was alive today, what would you say to him? Interesting. Hello? Oh, yeah. Hello. I say, get us a pint. Hello, Mr. Pollock. We're really big fans of yours. Hello. That's probably it. Please discuss your amazing sculptures and how you make them, says John Moon. Well, thank you for the feedback, John. Yeah, quite. Oh, actually, I'll tell you what Adi could do. Yeah, while he's on the sculpture there, if he doesn't mind going into the room. So we're going to take you into this little room here, which we never, ever show. I don't think we've ever shown on any videos. So the sculptures, basically, I buy the butt ends of a manufacturing extrusion process. They're aluminium, and they get heated to 500 odd degrees C, and then they get pulled into all these wonderful, beautiful shapes. I do that with some tungsten carbide tooling. And when they go, some work, some don't. You can see what happens when it doesn't work. Look, that's that big melted blob just coming up. But so that's basically how they're done. So all the good shapes, that I managed to form, they get kept. And as you can see, we're just looking at some things that have worked and some that haven't. There's some great big ones ready to go out into the big wide world when I can get time to do it. These are some of the bits that don't quite work. You really are seeing behind the scenes now. But that's basically how they're made. So I get one shot at doing them. And if they work, they work. And they don't, they don't. But I just keep the decent ones. And then when they're finished, is there any we can have a look? Yeah, they get a powder coat finish at the end, which is done by a local company. Yeah, so hope that one answers your question. Okay, so what else have we got? Do you sketch out the idea before you media it? From Damiana. Well, I do have an idea in my head, yes. And I do use an app on the phone. What's your view on illegal graffiti, says Ryan. Yeah, should be more of it. Love it. You said 2 important things. One, intention and connecting with the buyer. What do you mean by number 2? Well, I think probably what I meant by that, Journey with Nicole, is it's important to understand who it is you're trying to, or to work out who your audience is going to be. Does that make sense? So, if you're making, I don't know, oversized glassware, it's trying to figure out what your market's going to look like. Who is your audience, and that's the people that you go and try and find. And if you're doing basket weaving, what kind of audience is going to be responsive to that. Big abstract, obviously for me, I know you've got to have space to put it. You've got to have a disposable income. It's probably going to go somewhere where it's quite fresh and new. So maybe somebody's extended or done renovations, that kind of thing. So already I'm starting to form an idea in my head, the kinds of spaces that these will go into, especially the bigger ones, and that helps me then think about how do I try and find people who are doing this to their homes. It's a question of trying to find, extrapolate out in your head, where do I see this ending up, and then try and formulate back those steps to try and figure out what kind of, it's your buying persona. What kind of person is going to end up buying this? I hope that kind of makes some sense. Okay, so Multi-Revelator says, rough ballpark figure of shipping 150 centimetres square to UK and US, loving this Q&A. Well, thank you for that. I can't answer that because I don't know where you're shipping it from. So maybe if you want to tell me, I can answer that for you. No, it just says to UK and US. So I don't know. But let us know.
If it was to US, what, 150 by 150?
150. Okay, so if you're going from UK to US and doing a 150 square in a crate, probably that's quite a lot. 12 to 1,300 pounds probably to ship that with the crate, something like that. Dave Kuntz. Hi, Dave. How you doing? What paint do you use, please? Why do you need a mask? Love this question every time. It's enamel paint, and I have to wear a mask because it is very toxic. So it stops you breathing in the vapours. And what happens to the vapours? When you open a tin of paint, the oxygen in the air releases two chemical compounds. One is a carcinogen and the other one is heavier than air. So if the cancer-forming agents don't get you, the ability to suffocate will. So it's quite important. I operate in quite a strict and controlled environment, and that's why I wear a mask, which filters all the particles out and all the vapours, doesn't let anything go into the mask. The odd bit of exposure isn't a problem, but it's contained to quite some high degree, so you can't really smell it when you're outside of there. But that's why I have to do it. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, how do you store your paintings from Martin? Haven't we done that one? Okay, Martin. Yeah, they're basically just hung on the wall, or if not, they're flat on the floor. Have you produced a coffee table book yet? Well, yes and no. Age is going to show you on that. This is my Instagram year from 2018, which is you can just order from online. Nothing really major. But I do a coffee table book, yes, at vast expense, because I only get them printed 10 at a time, and they're about 60 quid a pop. We haven't got any here, mate, no. All the clients have got them. So I do, yeah, but I only do them occasionally. Okay, so I've just purchased, okay. Internet is great exposure. Oh, hang on, why have I jumped? Have I jumped back? I'm not sure if I've jumped back. Sorry, guys. Let me just go back. Bear with me. Okay. Sorry, I might have... here we go, yeah. How do you store your paintings? Coffee table book. Need a mask. Yeah, just getting through there, guys. Right, okay. Is showing artwork in art fair important to the artist? Again, Adnan, I'm sorry, I don't really know what that means. I really do apologise. I don't know what you mean by in art fair. Do you mean doing art fairs? It could be, but most of the time, if you're doing art fairs, you have to be a gallery and you have to represent a number of artists. I can't get into art fairs because I'm one person and it doesn't matter. Well, I can do art fairs, but unfortunately, art fairs are a business and they're there to make money out of you. So there are no guarantees of anything. And I'd rather put my money into a spend on Google AdWords than I would spending 60 quid to get a socket put in my booth. The other problem is for us, you have to have such a big booth to put your paintings in. It's going to cost you a damn fortune, and it's unlikely you're going to recover those off the profits you make from your paintings. So that's why I don't bother with them. Did you want to say something?
Yes, I did. Yeah, we have been approached by people saying, would you like to be in art fairs and things like that? And we say, okay, then, right, no problem. How much space have we got for us? And they'll say, well, we've got this enormous space for you, about 3 meters by 3 meters. We'll say, right, okay, so that gets one in. Where do we get the other 16? It's as simple as that. These things are huge. They're enormous. This is what we do, large abstract art. And if the people that are basically touting for business by cold calling us were to actually look at the website, they'd understand that what we do, most of the stuff we do is a minimum of 1.5 meters, something like that. So you just can't, as soon as they see what the size is, they run, basically.
Especially when asking for discounts. No, never done an art fair because it costs too much. Hope that answers your question. Okay, this is amazing, guys. You still keep asking questions. Fantastic. Loads of new people. We're loving it. This is so good. Loads of new people, please. There we go. There you are. Give us a like and a subscribe. Don't forget to follow on social media. Thank you ever so much. Penny Kent says, do you ever buy other artists' work? No. Well, I do. One or two. I've bought some over the years. If I've gone to art shows and art fairs, if you see something and you like it, you think, I really like that, and buy it. But only for our own houses as a personal thing. Okay. Say again.
Yeah, I like crystal and shiny things. I'm a magpie. I like to collect sort of like beautiful pieces of glass, things like that. What I like to try and find things like the old door stops they used to get in the 1920s, 1930s, blown glass door stops, and I kind of look for some of those case nests, things like that. Yeah, I know it's mad, but that's what I like, and I'm a rock hound as well. So
loves these rocks. Okay, brilliant. So Thomas Johnson, thank you so much for your feedback. Funny Fox is back. Hello. No, we haven't danced yet. And Antonia is here. Good evening. Reef Gaming is here. Hi from Florida. Nice of you to join us. Barb's M. It's a scary thing putting yourself out there. Not really, Barb's. It isn't. Trust me, it isn't. And okay, right, let's move on down. Dave asked oh, he's dancing now. Okay, so Dave, hopefully we've answered your question. Judy Uller, love the painting to your right. It's either gold or yellow with the black and white swirls. It's lovely. Would love to see a video of this technique. Which one is that? To your right. So do you mean that one? Yellow swirls. Do you mean red and black? Sorry, you might have to tell us again which one you're looking at, Judy. Okay. Do you ever have hidden meanings in your art, says Thomas? No. Naomi and Wendy, what happened to the chemical fumes once they leave the pod? They dissipate and become inert. Sorry if I've been asked this already. No, good question. No, they get extracted out outside, and eventually, yes, they do come inert. So they just become basically what the base resin is. So that's it, basically. Yeah. Okay. Barb's oh, yes, sorry, you're not asking a question. Dave's asked again about the mask. Hopefully we've answered that. Okay, Dave's... Oh, and he's answered it again, Dave. What paint you use? Yeah, okay. How about doing the giveaway now? Says Nana. Yeah, that would be quite good. Only I haven't got anything open to be able to do it on. Sorry about that. Your videos are how I keep my sanity during quarantine. Thank you, Thomas. That's very, very kind of you. Eddie's just giving us a close-up of the painting. Just deal with it, David. You're so funny. Pollock would love you all at 6 feet distance. He would, Denise, yeah. Okay, Reef Gaming says, do you have a budget section of artwork for people that can't afford it but still like to support you in the work? Well, that's really good, Reef. Actually, once a year, we do have an eBay sale. Should we go now?
No, I was going to say about these ones.
Oh, the little ones, yeah, okay. So Eddie's just going to show you some small ones we've got over here. And so once a year on eBay, I have a clear out of all the stuff that either hasn't gone right or hasn't, quite been what I anticipated, or I don't think it's good enough to be stretched around a frame. And, some stuff there has gone for a few £100 and probably regularly does. So just look out for that later in the year. It means you've got to stretch it yourself. I don't do the stretching. Hello, everyone. But yeah, so that's pretty good. And it's all just, flat canvases. We roll them up. And if you bid, and you're the winning bidder, we just roll it up and send it out. And it's as simple as that. We use the eBay Global Seller Program. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can still buy it. Oh, right. Aida's just going to have I'm going to stand up and stretch my legs. He's just going to go and show you all the flat canvases. Not all of these are going to make it onto eBay, but he's going to give you an idea about what I mean. Okay. So. Where is he going? Oh, I can see on the monitor. Ah, yes, there's a load of wrapped up stuff. Oh, you are going behind the scenes now. Dave's asking the same question again. Hopefully I've done that. Oh, I've just missed something. Where have I gone? Oh, God, Missy Prissy, quite a personal question. Have you ever taken or considered taking psychedelics to enhance your creativity? Yeah, I'd love to, actually. I'm sure one day I'm going to be under the influence of something. That's going to be hysterical. Oh, I love that. Okay, right. This is good. And Denise Weeks says, do you have relationships with interior designers that help promote you and your art? Yeah, one or two. We can keep that on for a minute if you like, buddy. I'll perch myself up here. Whoa, crikey, I nearly fell then. So Denise, do you have relationships with interior designers? Yeah, one or two. And in terms of promoting you and your art, not so much, no, because I think most interior designers are working with, private clients or private or companies and that kind of thing. So everything's really just done on an individual case-by-case basis. So I think, most designers we work with are just, they'll stick with one job, and if this is something that will go and fit within their brief, then we fit the art around it. So that's basically that. Okay, I shipped a 36 from East Coast to West Coast for 176. Well done, Patty. That's good. My stuff over a certain size has to go into a crate, though. So, of course, when I get crating, it starts to get expensive. Okay, this is brilliant, guys. Thank you so much for doing this so far. We're not going to give up just yet. So what have we got here? Love your paintings behind you like a roadscape. Thank you so much. Dave says you're the greatest. Dave Kunz, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Why is eye contact so intense during intimacy? Right. Not sure how relevant that is to the paintings, but let's move on from that.
Give us a stern.
Okay, moving on. So, were you ever in the US? Yeah, we don't make it over that often. Aid is the one that does all the travelling pretty much, so we're there last year. Reef Gaming says, who inspires you?
My wife.
Oh, hang on.
My wife.
There you go. That's his teammate this evening. Right, I'm not sure actually. I think just a lot of stuff inspires, really. Colour, yes, colour and life. What program did you use to record your Swarez music theme song with? That, and she loves our accents, by the way. Or my love. Right, my love.
The problem I got with my accent is that I lived in California, so I had, hi, I'm Californian, because I went from being English, and then I had a Californian accent, and then I came back to Gloucestershire, where we all drive around on tractors like that. So, unfortunately, my Gloucestershire accent's got really, really bad, because it's like mixed with California, isn't it? So that's my problem. That's the problem with me. I could fake it, what, and say, like, I come from London, but, like, I don't know,
So I hope that makes sense. Good. Right, where am I? I'm over here. Oh, nearly fell down. So this is good. So what did I record? I think I used Cubase VST back in the days. That's going a long way back, isn't it? I don't know what people use these days, but
way back.
Yeah, Cubase VST is what I used to record that. Okay. What else have we got? This is awesome. Oh, Journey with Nicole. Thank you so much for your feedback. That's kind. Wendy says, do you sell much on eBay? Probably only do about 15 canvases during the summer sale, which once a year. But all 15 go, or however many it is. I think we'll be quite a few this year, actually. Might be about 20 by the time we get into the summer. Okay, Martin, posting it twice. No problem, Martin. Yeah, thank you. From Quarantine in Chicago, a large thank you. Oh, that's very good. Thanks, Reef Gaming. Yeah, please, guys, look after yourself. Okay, brilliant. Hi, Swarez. Changed my channel's names. Juan Gomez from America. Fantastic, Juan. Thank you. Was it hard to find initial workshop space? Would love 1,000 square feet. It was difficult, and this was pretty much a derelict space, and we got it. In fact, all the spaces we've had have been pretty derelict. No, that went in the bin. I'll see if I can post on social media a little bit later on some archive pics of some of the studios that we've been in. But honest to God, you wouldn't, just to try and save money. It's been horrendous. Some of them. This is like a palace, compared to all the others. Right. Okay. Have you ever considered creating a frame for a painting that's an abstract piece itself? It might complement the frame of work. Very good, Henry the artist. Thank you very much for that. That's a bit like, now I'm just trying to remember the guy that painted over he went onto the paintings and then went over the frames, and I loved his work, and I can't remember. Somebody remind me of it. I think was it a British guy? I can't remember his name now. I can picture all his work, and he used to just buy the frames and the canvas and paint all the way over it. I'll have to see if I can remember his name now. Denise says, any artists within your family, parents and siblings, etc.? No, my family haven't got a clue at all. What about yours?
My daughter. She went to art college and she got, I think it was 6 A levels in distinction, so on and so forth. Unfortunately, now she, it's a difficult time out there, especially for artists, and she works at Pets at Home. She does what she loves at home. She's got a little bit of stuff on YouTube and TikTok and things like that, but she mainly sort of does the art for herself. She loves it, and she is very talented. It's just that at this day and age, it's quite difficult. So hopefully in the future, she'll get the recognition she needs. So other than that, my sons, they're not very art focused at all. So, but yeah.
Okay, Wendy. Okay. Okay, my name's Betty. Wendy says, how do you manage costs of postage? Explain. I'm not quite sure what you mean. Patty Nelson, we'll let you know when the eBay sale starts. I'll put it onto the emailing list. Studio's Mad Beautiful, thank you so much. Okay, so formerly Rod Line says, if you could talk to one artist who is dead, who would you talk to and why? That's a good one. Either Leonardo da Vinci, because I want to talk about helicopters, and I'll say, look, this is what a helicopter looks like. He'd be good fun, wouldn't he? But there is another one called Joan Mitchell, who was actually scrap that, Barbara Hepworth, the sculptor, because I think what she did was just utterly extraordinary. Or Henry Moore, the sculptor. I'll chat to one of them probably. Yeah.
Cézanne, Gauguin, I don't know.
Any of those really?
Da Vinci, I think
Da Vinci, yeah. We'll invite him for tea. Okay, that's a good one. Oh, here we go. Howard Hopkins. Yes, of course. Howard Hopkins. Thank you. Juan Gomez. I knew it was Howard. No, Hodgkins. Howard Hodgkins, was it? Hodgkins? That's the guy that painted around the frames. I'll show you. Amazing. Thanks for Howard Hodgkins. Okay, what else have we got? Gala Petrova, hello, how are you? Don't forget, we live stream every Wednesday. I'm going to keep promoting that because we want you all to tune in. It's really good fun. Somebody helped me off the floor, and Ed, you gave the right responses to that. Thanks, Penny. I started painting a month ago, got about 25 already. All my friends love them. I'm kind of scared to put it out there and try to see what will be your first move. Doesn't matter, just stick it out there. Doesn't matter. Look, if everybody hates it, doesn't matter. You're still alive. The people around you still love it. It doesn't matter. One good reaction, one sale, if somebody likes it and sees it, you've done it. Job done. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're never going to please everyone. Just have a go. Have a go and you'll be amazed, honestly.
Wendy, is that regarding the postage? Is that what Wendy said?
Yes. Right, I'll come on to that in just a sec. Okay, so this is quite interesting. Raoul Gunter, he looks so pretty. Sending some saucy comments through. Okay, so we'll just whiz over that because it's not really art related, is it, Raoul? You can say what you like. That's absolutely fine. We're not going to censor that. We'll just carry on. And B for a beginner from Reef. Yeah. Okay. Fine. So, do people pay costs separately, or is it included in the price? Yeah. In the UK, everything is delivered. We hand deliver it, in the van and put it on the wall for them. Anything international, again, we just try and deal with things on an individual basis, to be fair. So a lot depends on the price of the painting and where it's going to. And we normally give clients a number of options. We can destaple it off the frame. We can roll it. Excuse me. We can ship it ready-made. So, but what I tend to do is we'll try and have a conversation with the client, and, because things are quite expensive. When you get to that size and you try and ship that over to Michigan, it's going to cost a lot of money. And, so we try and work with the client as much as we can and either get the best deal for them, the best options, work something out. I think it's just about being honest and having a conversation with people. If someone's really interested in having a piece of art, you work with them to get it over there as efficiently as possible, really. Hope that answers the question. And, overseas postage can be very expensive depending on where you're going to. Yes, Wendy, you're absolutely right. Jody says, sorry about that. It's towards the left of your monitor. Left of your monitor. Oh, I wonder if it's... this one. Okay, so I'm going to ask Judy, is it this one? So we've got this one on camera now, just asking if that's the one that you were asking. So Euphoria or Time Machine? Let's have a look.
Can she see this in the background?
Or is it that one? So we'll wait for you to tell us there, Judy, just while I answer. So AD will have a little... So stay there for a sec, if you don't mind, mate. Let's just make sure I don't miss any here. Do a separate segment on that topic. Yes, moody artist, definitely. Formerly Rod Line says, do you ever get an artist block? Yes, all the time. All the time. It's a nightmare to get over. Some days I literally can't get out of bed. And Sherilyn Angel says, if you have any of your older work available, I'd love to see it. No, it's all gone. Sorry. Do you still have the first painting you ever made? Says Callie Carrie Shocker. No, that's gone long time ago. And here we go. Mate Thomas Johnson wants to know about the movable stands for your work and how do you keep them on the frame. Funny you should say that. Yes. Let's go and have a look, shall we, Thomas? Adie's going to show you all them. They are clothing rails I bought off Amazon for about 25 quid each. So he's going to go and have a wander now and he's going to show you. Okay. Big Worm says, have you sold on Etsy? Nope, never gone near it. Sorry. CC&C got a split. French class coming up. You're the best, both of you. Many thanks. Don't forget CC&C. Drop me an email. Let me know if I can help you with the questions that you're asking. Seriously, info@swarez.co.uk. I'll help you all I can. Okay, so we're almost up to... I can't believe we've got almost up to date.
Did you get anything back about which one?
No, still waiting on Judy to tell us about that. And okay, so Thomas, I hope that kind of helps. That we've just shown you a little bit about the footage. I hope that helps you. So you can see there. Okay, we're on the fixed camera. Great, fantastic. Movable stands, we're done. And okay, I think we're pretty much up together. 75 of you still watching. Amazing. I feel like I've talked for about 3 years. I'm so sorry about that. Okay. Funny Fox, thank you so much for saying the studio's gorgeous. Really appreciate that. We've had to turn the lights off because of the flickering, because of the refresh rates on the cameras. So it's actually starting to get, the light's starting to go a little bit here now, but hopefully it still looks fairly reasonable. And let's see what we got. Does all the tech and the websites you're on overwhelm you? Oh, God, yeah. It does. It does, if I'm honest. It's there's just two of us. It's such a lot to manage. The website, which is at the hub of it all, and Pinterest and LinkedIn and YouTube and Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, and that's just that side of it. And then I've got everything that's being fired out in the WordPress community, which is what my site's built on, and then everything going on Google search, and then everything going on from a business perspective, and all these things that go on. It is completely overwhelming. It really is. And I get overwhelmed on a daily basis. But hey, you got to dig in. Okay. Formerly Rod Line, how do you feel knowing you inspire other artists? Wow. Oh, that's very nice of you. We feel good. It is. It's excellent. We do feel good. Yeah.
In actual fact,
That's pretty good.
yeah, no, we find it brilliant that if we can help other artists out. We've seen some of the comments and we've had emails from people saying that it's sort of almost kick-started them to get back into art. We think that's great. All we're trying to do is we're trying to say to you guys out there that we are in a world where you have communication with the entire world via the World Wide Web. I'm not sure whether or not galleries are needed anymore, really. The people taking 40 to 65% of your wages when they're not really promoting you properly. And we have got a video on that, talking about that. I just think that this day and age, it's quite simple to make a website, and you can learn it slowly. You can promote yourself via, social media. So I think it's great. And, if we're helping to get more artists back out there and get them, doing the stuff they, get them motivated and what they love. Yeah,
Come on.
that's it. Absolutely.
Right, okay. Wow, loads more comments still coming through. Thanks, everybody. This is amazing. What did you do before becoming an artist, says Natalie. I drove a van and delivered parcels, and he was a plumber. Swamp Yankee Guitars, have you run out of paints yet? No, got loads. Swarez, go on.
We might run out. Well, if there's a lockdown.
Yes, there's a lockdown, yeah. I'll, God knows what's going to happen then. Okay, Swarez, how do you feel in your suit working in the pod? Looks a bit uncomfortable. Brilliant results nonetheless. Thank you very much. It does get uncomfortable, but it's like anything. If you do it long enough, you just get used to it. So it's no real big deal. It is like scuba diving, mate, yes. Okay, and Robert Smith, would you scroll to my last post? Ooh, we'll have to. They're coming through thick and fast. I'll have a look, see if I can, Robert. Okay.
Robert, copy paste it.
Yeah, copy paste. There you go. Copy paste and put it back in. So, do you carry a sketchbook from Denise Weeks? No. Sorry about that. And what else have we got? Love your space from Thomas Johnson. Done a great job. Hey, thank you very much.
With ideas in.
Not a sketchbook. Yeah, no book. Put ideas in, but definitely not a sketchbook. Curious about the sculptures, says Shannon. Scattered around. Are these epoxy? And do you have any videos on sculptures? Sadly, no videos, but no, they're aluminium. And oh, here you go. Don't know if you can hear that. It's aluminium and it's powder coated over the top. Hope that helps. Wendy loves the sound effects. Thank you very much. Big Worm would help us for free. You're too kind. Thank you. I'll see you when all this blows over. What's the biggest project you would like to undertake from Funny Fox if you have got no cost and time limitations? Ooh, I'd like to paint Big Ben. That'd be quite cool, wouldn't it? What else? I think I'd just like to paint something massive like a skyscraper or a hillside or something enormous, like it takes a year to do but just looks like mind-bogglingly unbelievable. I could paint the International Space Station. That would be pretty mind-blowing. Anyway, just something massive. Oh, Nelson's column. There you go. Can anyone get me into to see Sadiq Khan so I can get permission to paint Nelson's column? That would be pretty good. Okay. Can you explain demographics search on one of your teaching videos? I'll try, Penny, if I know what you mean. You might want to ask that on an email for me, otherwise I might forget. Yeah, definitely send me an email about that one if that's okay. Kay Murray is from Russia. Hi, Kay. Nice to hear from you. Thank you for tuning in. Henry the Artist, will you make a calendar of your pieces for 2021? Yes, because we've signed up for 2021. 2020's calendars have all gone. But yes, we'll definitely be doing the calendars for next year. So we have signed up for another year, which is fantastic with the company doing them. And what else have we got? Do you watch Great British Portrait Artist of the Year? No, absolutely no interest in that whatsoever. As far as I'm in fan, your work is awesome. Oh, thank you very much. That's kind of you. Yeah, we'll show you the calendars in just a sec. And so if I come from Florida to the studio, will I get a tour, says Reef Gaming? Of course you will. Just let us know when you're coming. You'll be here all day if you like. We'll take you for lunch. Love to see you. I know you two are very busy, but you should definitely do these Q&A sessions as often as you can make time. Right, well, we would try to, yeah. So what Aidy's showing you now is the 2021 calendar, which has already been pre-agreed. And these are the paintings that are going to go on there. And that's from a company called Allen and Bertram, who are award winners. In fact, the Swarez calendar has won the World Calendar Awards twice. That's how good they are. I kid you not, in the art section. So it is an award-winning calendar. And this company produced them as a corporate overprint. So the other thing, he's got to find it, yeah? Okay, let's move on. Oh, Judy's come back. Yes, she said thank you, yes.
There we go, right.
So hang on one sec. Yeah, so Judy, yeah, I can't. Now we've identified which that one was. I can't remember the question you asked about it. the yellow and grey one. So ask us the question and we'll answer it. It's called Euphoria, anyway. Right.
The cost, then we can tell her the cost.
Yes, and if you want to know the cost, that's absolutely fine.
So in the meantime.
Okay, thank you, Natalie. That's very kind of you. And Multi-Revelator will come in a sec. Right, so what you're looking at now is we've teamed up with a company called Allsfar, which are a UK company, and they're producing acoustic art panels. So basically, these acoustic panels, flick through the brochure, then, buddy, go into business environments and office environments to stop the noise and the chatter from reverberating around spaces. And we've signed up with them to exclusively offer I think it's 10 designs, 10 artworks, which will actually be printed onto acoustic panels. So not only can you have it around the office as functional performing panels that absorb sound and chatter, you can also have it looking like one of my artworks as well, which is great. And they're an amazing company and really, really up and coming now. But that's quite an interesting project. Really, it's been launched this year. Okay, so what do you think about the idea of having only one piece in a gallery purely for exposure to the walk-in crowd? Don't get me started. What a waste of time. No, I just wouldn't. No, that just reeks of old school to me, and I don't like that. Yes, the first one says Jude. Oh no, we've done that one, haven't we? Have we? Marion. Swarez, tell your audience about the painting Aldebaran, which is featured in the UK show The Feed. Ah, right, yes. So, Adie's going to pull up a picture of a painting we did about 6-7 years ago for a private client. It's actually featured in an Amazon Prime TV series called The Feed. But unfortunately, Amazon being what they are, you can't see it in commissions, large commission. You can't see it in the UK unless you're a Virgin Media subscriber, unfortunately. But it's now featured in the program called The Feed, episodes 2 and episode 6. So whilst you can see it in the US, you can't see it in the UK, like I said, unless you get on Virgin Media. But it's an Amazon Prime show. My client informed me about it about a year ago and said they were starting to film it. And that's the painting that features in the Amazon Prime show, which is a real nice claim to fame. Thank you, Juan. That's very kind of you to say that. Right, let's just make sure I'm not missing any comments here. Thank you, Funny Fox. Yes, they do look great. Calendars, yeah, basically calendars. You can I'll put a link down below to where you can get them from. But actually, I've got to point out they are designed as a corporate giveaway. So you can't just buy them individuals. You have to buy a minimum of 25, and then you get them printed with your own whatever you want on the top, and then you give them away. So they're designed as a corporate giveaway, a promotional tool for corporate clients or for whoever you want to give them to. So they will be available usually around about sort of June, July. You can start putting your orders in. So just keep an eye out for them. And if you do want some, great. I might have some for myself to be able to sell on. Sort of around November, December time. Haven't had that opportunity the last couple of years, but we'll see how it goes. Hope that answers your question. Okay.
Or even give away some of the live.
Or even, yes, we might give some away in the live streams. Live streams is where it's at. Adie, what a brilliant. See why we're good? Look. That's his idea.
We'll get on the live streams and, we'll pick, maybe sort of 5 people in one of the live streams to give away one of the calendars to. So it would pay to be on watching the live stream.
He's good, isn't he? He's good. He's not even on overtime. Do you still make music? Says Moody Artist. No, sadly not. No time. Adie is famous too. Woohoo! Okay, that's good. I'm glad you're all really enjoying this. Thank you so much for all your messages. It's really kind. Oh, did your potential client buy Requiem? Well, actually, this client the most beautiful, isn't it, property by the sea. He's moving in over Easter, and he's going to have some time there, with his family over Easter to hopefully get used to it. So we'll let you know on that. But it's important, it's a big ticket item. It's a lot of money, and I'm very happy for him to live with it as long as he needs to. Really, it's important that he's very, very happy, and all his family to live with this piece of art. I mean, it is a stunner, isn't it, mate? I mean, it is one of those. Everybody loves it. That comes in here and sees it. But yeah, I think it's just important. You give your clients what they need. Really, we always say to everybody that you can change your wall coverings and your floors, and you can change your sofas, and you can remodel your kitchen, but your art stays with you for a lifetime. So it has to be right. So we have to make sure it's right. but we'll keep you posted. Okay, live stream giveaways. Yay, fantastic. What else we got? Thanks, Swamp Yankee, Damiana Herrera, thank you. We love giveaways, says Balm. Thank you, guys, from Bobby Walsh. Bobby Walsh, hi, how you doing? Nice to hear from you today. This is good. I can't believe it almost got to the end. Yes, look at that. He's just going to show you a quick picture of that. That's me just making sure the top of Requiem is okay. That's actually in the client's house, just wiping the wall down. So it's quite a big one, but we like that one. Okay. So thanks, guys. Bobby Walsh, yeah, that's brilliant. Okay, Swamp Yankee Guitars, yes, thank you very much. This is really good, guys. I can't believe there's still 75 of you watching. This is fantastic. So, has anybody got anything else they want to ask before we go? How long have we been on air for, mate? Do you know? Oh, an hour and four. Have we really been on air for an hour and 41 minutes?
Have we?
It's 20 to 6.
Crikey.
I didn't think anyone would show up.
Time for shutdown, isn't it?
Don't say that. We'll never get home. We'll have to keep here. Okay, Cali Carry Shocker. I paint in oils, but you've inspired me to keep at it and push forward. Never give up. Never, ever give up. If you give up, everybody else wins. Don't. You're the winner. Got to keep going. Come on.
Yes.
Come on. Right. Okay. Time to take our last few questions. Manuela, you didn't show the hanging mechanism on the clothing racks either. I totally missed it. Oh.
Oh, that's dead easy.
That's dead easy. He's going to go and do that now. Chest cam. There we go. Chest cam is operational. What, you have a canvas giveaway? Yeah, Damiano, all you got to do is tune into the live streams and we'll tell you all about it. Dave Kuntz, sorry I am old. What was the paint type again? Can you varnish over it? Okay, the paint type, it is enamel paint, Dave. And you can varnish over it, but I wouldn't worry about doing that because it already contains the gloss medium inside it. So it's all contained within the paint. Hope that helps. Okay. Do you hang your own art in your own homes? No, don't have any of mine in my house. Well, I get to look at this all day long, so I like to look at other people's in mine. Thank you. Hang on, say again. Oh, right, okay. So there's the hooks. Look, there we can see the hooks on the back. So these are just some hooks we bought from, actually a store here in the UK called Home Bargains, 99 pence for 3. And we just essentially just hook everything onto the back of those, as you can now see on the screen. So yeah, it's as simple as that, really. So we put that onto the bar and then we hook the paintings over that. So hopefully that will explain it. There you go. Okay, I'm asleep. I have to try and stay awake. Okay. Have you ever bought other art before? Just curious. Yeah, but only for, you would buy something to put in your living room or your kitchen or your bedroom or something like that. Oh yeah, sorry, it's that camera we're looking on. Okay, brilliant. Yes, so what else have we got? Thank you, Denise, that's very nice. OTR, hi, how you doing? Thank you so much, really good feedback, I really appreciate that, thank you. Okay, my last breath was there, just having a look. Inspired, Avril's inspired, thank you. Barb's M, Space Incredible, thank you guys so much. This is brilliant. Thank you so much. I can't believe an hour and 3/4 we've been chatting. It feels like about 10 minutes. It really does. It was worth moving all this stuff out, wasn't it? It was. Oh, guys, thank you so much. Right, I think then, unless you've got anything you wanted to ask our lovely ladies and gents and our extended family, then you got anything you wanted to ask them?
Just to obviously keep watching and keep liking, keep subscribing. If you know people that might be inspired or helped with what we do here with our videos, please let them know, share it. Go to the social media, like us on there, and follow us and everything else. We're just trying to get out to as many people as we possibly can. If we can get ourselves big enough, then we can help a bigger audience. We can help as many artists or many more artists to maybe get out there and create.
I can't top that. That's it. He's just said it all. My work here is done. Right, time for the last couple of questions then, and then we'll wind this up. Funny Fox, what's the best thing to bring as a present for you if one ever comes for a gallery tour? Cake, carrot cake, definitely, and chocolate brownies.
Victoria sponge cake. Victoria sponge cake.
Yeah, plenty of coffee. And that always goes down well. But anything cake or sugar related, I think, pretty much goes down well, doesn't it? Thanks, Funny Fox. Thank you, Cheryl. That's been very kind of you. Had anyone who couldn't decide what to buy? Yeah, that happens all the time. In fact, we had to stay overnight impromptu in a hotel because we had a couple that 4 or 5 years ago literally couldn't decide between two paintings. So we stayed down there overnight in a hotel and came back the next day. So it does happen.
They did have the painting.
They did have the painting in the end. Okay, this is good. Reef Gaming, thank you so much. Third Eye Open, thank you. Ian Holmes, thank you very much. Kali Karashoka has enjoyed it. Thomas has enjoyed it, thank you. John Zapata has enjoyed it. Hi, John. Damiana has enjoyed it. Denise has enjoyed it.
Close to 20,000 subscribers, yes.
Oh, yes, we're close to 20,000 subscribers.
Even though we haven't given away the first painting because we can't give it away, at 20,000 subscribers, we are giving away the second painting. So we need to get to 20,000 subscribers. So
watch out. That's going to be an epic live stream, isn't it? When we get to that, when we're going to give away 2 paintings. So please tell all your friends, all right? Okay. Shannon says, we appreciate you. Thank you, Shannon. We appreciate you as well. YouTube don't always get it right. Sort it out, YouTube. Here, Damiano will bring something orange. We'll do AED, be safe and healthy to all. Yes, we have got Sweet Tooth, Funny Fox. Thank you, everyone. The Rita says thank you. Tina Lanning says thank you. Gala Petrova, thank you so much. Guys, I hope you've really enjoyed it. This is the first time we've done it. We've literally just cobbled it all together and taken all the equipment out of the paint pod and tried to hook it up here, give you something interesting to look at and hopefully to hear. Okay, straight talking Q&A. Thank you very much indeed. I hope pretty much we've answered everything. There was Robert. We had one question to answer, Robert. So if we haven't got round to that and we have missed it, we'll go back through and see if we can answer it at some point in time for you. Okay, yeah, Barb's M, 20k wicked, guys. Michael says thank you. John says next week we'll have 20,000. That is awesome. That would be nice. That would be excellent. Right, so, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Wow, for making this Q&A a brilliant one. This is the first time we'll have to do it again, won't we? We'll definitely have to do it again. If you want us to do it again, we'll definitely do it again. So thank you so much. We are so grateful. Your questions have been amazing. We really, really appreciate it. I can see the corner of my eye zooming in on me. Okay. So just having a quick one last check here. Okay, brilliant. Yes, so guys, thank you so much. Remember, we're live streaming every Wednesday. It is dependent on our current global situation. Yes. But where possible, we're going to be doing it, but we'll keep you updated should that change for any reason. The man behind the camera, give him a big round of applause. And applause to yourself as well, guys. Thank you so much for watching it. It's been an absolute pleasure. Yes, John says just do it. We think we've figured the tech out with all the comments as well, so we hope you've enjoyed yourselves. Remember, do share, like, and give us a subscribe. Click the bell icon. Tons of stuff coming through like there always is. We'll find a way through the other side, ladies and gentlemen. Please keep yourselves safe. Yes. Please keep yourselves healthy. And be here for when we're live streaming next. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of Friday. Big love to you all. Cheerio and good night.